start with our session. First of all, let me say some uh, hello to some people that are here with us. Fernando Cruz, Florian, Hema, Jan, Alphonse. Hello, where are you from? Steven, Mohammed, Philippines. Okay, sorry, I spoke with Portuguese accent. Philippines. Okay. Argentina, Bangladesh. Okay, great. Thank you for joining us. So I would like to start our session. Invite you if you are not an Oracle Ace. So I would like to invite you to know the program. You have a lot of benefits in being an Oracle Ace. So we have access to exclusive swags, uh, access to certification credits, cloud accounts, and much, much more. So I'm going to share with you the link to the ACE program. Hello, Jason from Texas. And I also would like to share you um, the Oracle Apex newsletter here. You can see the past issues, June, July, August, and also September. In September, you will see news about everything that is going on with Apex. So events, new success stories, and we have now a survey. We would like to know from where you get information about Apex. It is about blog posts, newsletter, or website, social media, YouTube. You have access to our events, uh, posts from community, special from ACES, and events. And also you see here uh, the highlights, Philip from Germany. And also you will learn a little bit about Carlos from Apex team. So you are very welcome to be updated and be close to us. We are going to talk about EI at Oracle, Oracle Apex, real projects and real results. Marco Pereira is based in United States. He Oracle is associated with high level of knowledge in Apex and AI. And now is with you, Marco. Thanks for joining. Thanks for sharing your knowledge with the community. We are very excited to learn with you.
Thank you so much for that beautiful presentation, Karina. You've uh, you've done a great job um, presenting me. You guys should be able to see my screen now. Yeah, so how's everyone doing? I hope you guys are ready to learn some stuff. I'm about to be giving you some good content. It's gonna be quick. I cannot go deep into technical details, but I'd sure love to. I have a lot of demos. We're gonna do the most we can. I'm just gonna dig right away so we can use the most of our time. It's only 40 minutes. I could talk about this for hours. So this is a little bit of what I do every day. Pretty much, I made this image with AI, of course, and this is myself, and this is how I see myself um, next to my AI companion, which I use every day. I have a suite of tools that I use every single day for everything, from coding and my development practice, um, everything with AI. Even it says a sprinkle with music because a bit of a fun fact. I'm also in a band and we play in local bars and private parties. So that's pretty cool. I use a lot of AI to generate music, generate the content for the screens that are in the back, logos, the website even. So there's a lot of that. And to tell you a little bit of who I am, um, I am Marco Pereira. I am our Oracle Ace, Ace Associate. I'm a software architect. I work for a company called Viscosity North America. I have a master's in AI. I've been working for Viscosity for about 10 years now. And I am a professor in college. I teach computer science courses in the master degree level at USAC. I like to build systems, websites, um, dashboards, and sometimes even songs with AI. I am also a published artist in Spotify. If you want to look for me there, I'm also there. I have a lot of fun stuff, just funny inside jokes with my family and stuff. And I use pretty much I use AI like a digital teammate daily. Here's a QR code for my LinkedIn. If you guys want to add me and we can talk a little bit more AI, I could talk about that for hours. I love it. So pretty much the takeaway of this presentation, I just want to tell you that AI is not sci-fi anymore. It's not Terminators or robots that are trying to take over. It's just tools that help us work better and faster. For example, ChatGPT helps me write and debug code every day. I'll show you some examples of that real code. Suno, I use Suno. It helps me generate songs for my own music and for fun. Canva AI helps me design cool stuff, and I have plenty other tools that I could share with you. Um, what you want to think about AI in the real world is that it's not the Terminator on your left. It's just pretty much you using it as a tool to do your work a lot faster and more efficient and deliver more value. Yes, questions on the Q&A. I don't see the Q&A. I would like to bring it up so I can. There you go. Yes. So feel free to start popping questions here. I like to keep it very dynamic, and depending on how deep on the level of understanding what I'm doing you want to get, I would love to make it dynamic like that. If you guys want to interrupt, just type it in the chat and I'll be happy to answer. Is your PPT also prepared using AI? Of course. Of course it is. All this presentation is just using AI. That was one of the key takeaways at the end. Um, so pretty much some stuff that I'm going to mention, since I have a master's in AI, I am very knowledgeable of what the smart systems is and what the AI, how the AI is made. And so I'm going to be using some concepts. It's just pretty much AI is the smart systems that learn from data. Machine learning is how they learn. Uh, Large language models or LLMs is just a language prediction model like ChatGPT. And generative AI, that's content creators, text, music, and images, and all that good stuff that's coming up. Um, so my AI toolbox, what I use every day is ChatGPT, code, ideas, writing, inspiration, pretty much, right? Suno is for music generation. DALI I use for images and logos. Copilot, I use it for coding help. And Notion AI is for documentation planning. So this is just one of them, a few of them. I use Gemini for coding too. I use Replit to generate websites. Um, and I use all the engines like Claude, all the LLM engines, and I connect it to Oracle Apex. And I'll show you that in a minute. So the real world example I want to show you about what I do with to generate functions, SQL queries, PL SQL packages, and how it helped me speed up the boilerplate to give me creative ideas is this link that I have in here. Um, but my caution here is that you still need to review it. So here is my example. This is a real conversation of one of my everyday um, jobs. Can you paste that link in the chat, please? Of course. There you go. It's in the chat now. You can read it if you want. You can keep it. But it's just pretty much just one of my everyday. I picked a random one. I try to use a different one every time, so I'm going to go over this one a little bit. So this is a conversation where I have a library of. I have my own GPT. It's my own folder, and you can give it some context. You can give it your database, you can give it any rules, or and then it knows automatically. If I use AI for architectural patterns, if you mean to the database architecture, yes, for sure. I use it. I use it for that. Um, so in the following script, I just gave it, I have a select. This is a little bit more coding. If you're not knowledgeable, I'll try to be as light as possible. Um, so it's a select. It's just pretty much showing a table that I created, and it's finding all the asset groupings in this table. And I gave it, hey, this is my asset grouping, and this is the ID for the asset grouping. It's just I'm posting a comment. It's pretty much the screen you start on whenever you start a new sheet and you start to talk to your database. I write this first and just find all the information, and I have the description of this asset grouping and whatever it's missing. I needed to load some data. It's probably hundreds of thousands of records that were missing, and someone sends me a spreadsheet and tells me, "Hey, can you upload this on your database?" And of course, I do that with AI, and I create a temporary table, which you can do with the Oracle Apex. You can just feed it an Excel sheet, and it's going to create a temporary table for you to just start working on immediately on your database with from the document. So I created this document and I give it the script to AI, right? So because it doesn't have the context, it has the context of my database, but it doesn't have the context of my new table. So I'm just fitting it right here because it's temporary. So I don't need it to always remember it. And I told that this under asset grouping is a matching either on Parkersburg or Canton. You see that I'm using natural language to build my query, and their IDs are listed above. This should be updated into inspection asset table under the asset grouping ID correctly, right? The mapping. Based on the asset grouping on the temporary table, can you write a script that resolves this? So I wrote this instead of having to write this, right? So you see, I can easily write this myself, but I just didn't want to waste time and trying to remember how to do the merge and the whole the, the language, right? So pretty much I'm using natural language to build my queries. Now I understand I can write in this language, but it's just going to take me more time than using natural language, right? So it created a mapping using a merge, and I like that it's using a merge because it's cleaner because it's not trying to update or trying to do it's much faster, and I honestly like it. I prefer it because it's more efficient. However, when I see that it's finding all the missing stuff, and when there is a match, I'm doing a set update, and it says the asset grouping with the target that is missing. And if you guys are knowledgeable about PL SQL or writing queries, you immediately will notice this and you will say, "Yeah, that's so dumb. That's wrong," because you will see that this update set is doing every time there is a match, and it doesn't matter if it's actually already matched. So if I have 5 million records that are the matching here, I'm going to do 5 million updates in here, and instead of doing just 1,000 that I'm probably missing. So I don't want to do that, and that's when I mean that when I say that you should be cautious and before running this, you have to review it and test it yourself. Um, you have to know what you're pretty much getting, right? And so I tell it, I forgot to mention that only update the group ID if it's empty. That'll make it more efficient, and it's not going to run 5 million updates and it's just going to do the 1,000 that it's missing, right? So it says sure. And instead of me adding this line, I just said it on natural language. And of course, it's updating my when matched. And this is properly written now. This is more efficient. This is going to skip a bunch of operations in the database that were not needed. So I didn't want to just run this blindly. I also asked it to give me a query to see if matched and how it would look like before, uh, or to highlight those that you do not find. So it gives me two queries just to validate this is what would be updated. And if in case there's anything that is not matching to anything, so those are records I probably need to send back to whoever sent them. And hey, there was no match for this. Um, I'll send it back with this report. So he pretty much he wrote this code for me instead of me having to write it again and typing it. I just used 2 lines of natural language, and I'm expediting my code writing. So that's pretty much the end when I confirmed the that the data was correct. I ran the code, and that was it. That's pretty much what you would have. You'd probably take about 2 hours to make this between uploading the data and writing the scripts, validating that the data is correct. It's probably a 2 hour work, the job. So I did this in probably under 10 minutes. So I can focus on providing value much faster to my clients, and I can just go to the next one without having to write all this code for myself. Another quick example is just some rewrites. This guy was a little confused about renewing some certificates on the database. So I sent this message. Can you help renew the following certificate? And I'm giving a website. In your database, if you're a DBA, you know this pretty well, but you have to renew certificates on the Oracle wallet, and you have to do some process after the secure certificate gets expired. So I just sent the server where that I'm talking about and the wallet, the certificate that needs to be renewed. And this guy was a little confused, and he didn't understand pretty much what I needed, but I thought I was clear. So what I did is just, um, I gave it a screenshot of the error as well. And I asked to clarify what's needed to Mike. And then it wrote this message for me, clarifying everything and doing a step by step of what is needed. And as you can see, instead of me having to re-explain everything to Mike, I just rewrote it in a better way, and it's doing instructions on the SSL certificate needs to be renewed, trusting the Oracle wallet, and talking about the environment and making it clear that hey, it was not this the environment, that's the certificate URL. And pretty much it gets it and it writes it. But I don't really write like this, so I also don't like it to be so uh to look like it's a robot or it's AI. So you can tell it, try not to use this or any giveaways that you're an AI. A lot of people has trained AI to try not to sound as an AI. So this is a good prompt that you can use now, thanks to the machine learning. And yep, it takes away all the giveaways that this is an AI. It makes a more natural language conversation. And of course, this was the end of the explanation. I didn't have to explain it myself. Again, it was a response of 2 to 3 minutes instead of me having to write this. This probably would have taken me about 30 minutes to explain everything again, step by step. I hope you like that example. I think it's pretty cool. It saves a lot of time for me. So going back to my presentation here, thank you for the like. Yes, I want to show you some real demos now of Oracle Apex. This is amazing stuff. I'm going to try to be as quick as possible because I do want to show you a lot. Um, so that was me on a day-to-day on doing consulting services for huge oil and gas companies, just leveraging AI to accelerate their work. But we also innovate, and we also do a lot of AI for them. And what we've done in this next part of the presentation is that I'm showing we did document processing pretty much. So what we do is we take a document and we created a black box. Um, in the black box, imagine we have a bunch of AI, a bunch of tools. OCR is another tool, is character recognition. And what we do is we take a PDF or any photo or any handwritten text, and we extract it in a way that that the computer can understand it. Then we give it to another AI, and the AI will tell us, "Hey, this is an invoice, or this is a check, or this is the resume." And whatever kind of document it is, I'm creating here a version of the document in JSON format. JSON is very universal, so I can use this. I give it to the AI, and the AI understands the document. Now we reprocess it through another AI that's probably more capable of understanding this document. Like there's this company called Verify that they will scan invoices for you, and they use machine learning every day, and they retrain their data to understand invoices pretty well. So it'll take all that accounting stuff. Like the discounts if you pay under 30 days, and that's a bunch of stuff that a regular document processing wouldn't take. We specify it, and we specialize it, and then we put it over. Once we know what the document is, we put it, hey, use this AI then to go and talk to your invoice, and parse it as an invoice, and then give me back the information as the invoice. And once we've process that data, it's going to show up like this. This is the side to side. You see the JSON data as we extracted it, and this is the invoice here. I see there's a question. Let me see. Different question. Oh, of course, keep sending questions. I love it. Can we use AI to make an Apex application matching to Oracle Fusion, Redwood? Oracle Apex has Redwood Lite, very poor design. A lot of custom CSS can be written. If you have, yeah. Well, Redwood Lite is pretty awesome. I like it because the original Redwood was horrible. Um, but Redwood is just a lighter, universal theme-based version, and it looks a lot like Fusion. I really do like it. However, it's very limited because universal theme, it's huge, and you can use a bunch of libraries, so you can make it look like that. Um, we did experiment once. We weren't using Fusion, we were using EBS, and that's forms based, Oracle forms, and Fusion is pretty much just a web version of EBS, and it's all based in Oracle forms. It doesn't match, yeah, of course, but it kind of tries to look and mimic the UI feel. Um, so what we did is we did a parser, and because all this code in forms, in the end, it's all triggers, it's all PL SQL packages. And we extracted the SQL files from forms, and we created a parser that would make all those triggers into packages. And then we had to use Oracle Apex on top of FOX. I don't know if you guys are familiar with FOX. It's another tool. It's like a front end for Apex. It accelerates the development. It has a bunch of other tools in JavaScript that we've used. So it wasn't using AI, but it was pretty much doing a parser and a compiler that would transform the code for forms into Apex, and we were able to transfer thousands of screens that were made in Oracle Forms as custom as possible. We were generating these screens pretty quickly in Apex. However, you still need to do a lot of work on Apex, and we haven't figured out a way to do AI to generate Apex. The Oracle team is working very hard on that, and they are they're moving forward. I hope they eventually get that, but for now, no. That's a good challenge that we all have at this point. With the way AI is generating applications now, I pretty much look in the future as probably gonna be like we would have to invent a new Apex instead of us having to go back and try to generate Apex apps. Thank you for your question. That's awesome. So moving a little bit forward on the document processing, this is pretty much what we have. So it'll of course pop up a summary. It's going to tell you what this document is, and you can talk with your info with your document. You can ask stuff like, how can we ask to this one? This is okay. This is great because this is a text written. This is a handwritten text, and you can see that we used AI to extract it. Even though you see it's handwritten, it can recognize it. We use technologies called OCR for it, but vision AI is much better now these days. So we would probably take another approach to make this happen. But we can have a conversation here, like we can ask how many OJs were purchased. And the AI is probably going to come here and based on the providers is two orange juices were purchased. As you can see, you're having conversations now with your information, with your document. And this is where the applications go beyond our imagination, right? Because we can definitely have huge document in here. And instead of us having to review it, we can just ask information about it. It says, can we have an Oracle Apex application that is AI driven to convert and modernize legacy packages from Oracle? Which is yes. For example, latest text such as Apex. Yes, definitely to rewrite and modernize packages. Yes, that's a lot of work, though, and very specific. But yeah, it can definitely be done. Um, you can use webhooks if you want to talk to AI and do some sort of automation. Uh, probably, oops, it's not coming up right now. Let me see if I have anything in here. Nope. Uh, if you know any workflow automation called N8N, that will definitely help you have a webhook, and then you can process multiple times your information once you have a good a good flow working. Which I don't know what that is not working. And then cloud. There you go. So this is pretty much what I'm telling you about a webhook that you can set up in here and use AI for posting stuff. You have a webhook that's going to talk in JSON format, is going to call from Apex. You send your details about the package here. Then you can have an AI agent. You can create a uh, prompt you connect it to the AI model. You can add more tools in here if you want it, but pretty much you can convert and then send back to Apex through a response. So yeah, that can be done. Would it be possible to generate reverse, provide JSON data, and create an invoice PDF? Yes, it could. There's other tools for that. Um, Apex Office Print is one of the best. I saw Philip wasn't here. He was mentioned here, but he works at AOV and or Open United Codes, and that's an amazing tool to generate PDFs. So you got to check that out if you haven't. Apart from OCI, document understanding vision, yeah, service users just using something else which is non-Oracle. Yes, Oracle Apex is the main engine. It's just the UI where I show up all my stuff, but I'm not using the AI OCI here because we've been doing this for years now. It's probably year four that we've been using AI, and OCI just came out with their own document processing, their own AIs, um, and it's still in the works. I would say it's pretty cool that it's there because it's more secure. You don't have to vectorize your database and send it outside your server to do the data processing. Um, all that stuff is better that it actually reaches your database because you do it internally. Can you share this Apex app? Sadly, no. We have it's a this is proprietary information applications that we've created and we sell them. But it's I can probably create a good demo that I can share. So add me on LinkedIn and ask me whenever I have it, I'll share it to you. N8N plus Oracle Apex automation is really good. Oh, if you've done it, I love it. Let's talk because I really want to do some presentations around N8N and Apex. So yeah, let's do that. Will you be able to share some sample codes for webhook examples for Apex? Um, I can. Yes, that's another presentation we were talking with Karina. We were discussing um, doing a presentation where I'm using a webhook and I'm doing integration from scratch to Oracle Apex, just creating as a beginner session where I'm implementing a webhook into Oracle Apex. It's very easy, very simple to do it. I can probably create a blog about it and send it to you. Talk to me on LinkedIn. I'll share with you. Awesome. Thank you, Alfonso. Do you have any white papers, use case example using AI Oracle Apex? Yes, we do have a lot. Oracle eBusiness, Oracle EBS, yes. Uh, like using Oracle Apex to build chatbots and Oracle EB in Oracle EBS, no. But yes, getting the information to from EBS to Apex, yes, I there's probably a recording on Orapop of a presentation I did last year on how to connect EBS to Oracle Apex. It's pretty much you just have to install RDS on the EBS application and authorize some packages through that. Just create some synonyms, and then RDS can have web services, and then you consume those web services on Oracle. That way, you will have all the information that you need from EBS into Apex, and then in Apex, you can do the chatbot. Thank you, anonymous attendee. So moving forward, thank you all for your questions. I love that their interest that we have here. Keep them going. I love it. So I show you that we can talk to the document here. I have some other documents that are more advanced, and we've talked to this documents. You can ask stuff for analytics, and it's going to process it. It doesn't have to be just a simple tax invoice. We have a bunch more. Or all my documents. I don't want to see just financials. There you go. Like performance and analysis for 2018, 2017. So what's the revenue combined with the Europe and United States against Japan? And it's going to do analytics to the document, and it's going to come up with an answer and basically provide a document. And of course, you got to check this, you got to confirm it. United States 2017 was 333, Europe. So it's adding it up, and then it's comparing it against Japan. Pretty soon, we're going to come up with ways to show graphics. Oracle Apex team is coming up with something great on that. It's Scott Spandolini did a presentation on an app that he was working on where you're going to get graphics, you can charts. So it's pretty much a dynamic dashboard that you're building using natural language. That's pretty awesome. Can you please do that blog with N8N Oracle Apex? It would be awesome. We can be modernization based. Yes, I love it. I'm exploring N8N. It's a tool that I started using in the past couple of months. So definitely I'm trying to get better at it. Right now, I'm just automating my stuff for the band. Like if I create an event on my band, I have the website for my band. If I create an event here that's coming up, like we're performing this November 1st, whenever I create this, it goes through an AI agent. It creates a flow for Facebook, flow for Instagram, and there's some manual stuff. If I want to post it somewhere else, it sends me to a chat to Slack. So it's pretty cool. But right now it's just a hobby. But definitely I want to do it. I want to connect it to Apex because it's very simple. Once you have the webhook live here, you can talk to it, you can respond, and it's pretty awesome. You can connect any AI to it. This is AI generated application too. So just by the way, if you want to do this is a full stack React, and it looks pretty awesome to me, and it's generated. I did it in like 30 minutes using AI. It was pretty fun too. Is this agentic workflow? No, this is N8N. Yeah, it's pretty much using agents. So I'm not sure if that's the right name for it, but yeah. And then it's better for work-based, especially for automation, like notifications for Telegram. Yes, you can use notifications, WhatsApp, Facebook, uh, you name it, Slack, whatever you want. I like it that whenever we get a new quote for our band, that we want to play in somewhere private, our phones blow up, and emails we get, just chats on Slack, we get chat on WhatsApp. Hey, there's a new gig, there's a potential new gig, and everything blows up for everyone, and that's pretty awesome. And I think that an application that will notify to your phone and from Apex after something happens in your Oracle database is very important. So definitely, I'm exploring that and I'm applying it to my next presentation soon. So I want to move forward from this document. We probably have we probably don't have much time, but I can show you some demos around what we've done in applications regarding document processing. We've created a recruiting app, and this recruiting app, what we can do, so we probably don't have time to show, but I'll show you just what it's doing. It pretty much just process your resume after you have process your resume. You can apply to a job. We sold this to the school district in Dallas, and it for me, like, so it's amazing because it can process your resume here. You can upload your resume, and once you process it, you can write here, and you can ask AI to help you write it. You can ask the AI here to make it more friendly or inspirational, whatever. That's oops. I probably deleted this, so let me the current. Yes, I deleted this because I wanted to process another resume, but we don't have time for that. But I will show you probably later in a blog where I can showcase this. But you can make it friendly, you can make it direct, inspirational. It's going to rewrite it for you. Also, on the side of a recruiter, we can create jobs pretty much. You can manage your jobs and your applications in here, and the AI can help you write a job posting. This is people have applicated. I can edit the job posting itself, and this is all AI written, and it's um, it's a cool tool that we've used. It's another term that I want uh, to tell you about. It's the rail guards of AI, just connecting the rail guards to make sure that your AI doesn't go out of bounds or doesn't do anything that it's not supposed to do. You have to implement this rail guards on the AI if it's going to be here rewriting stuff for you, generating stuff that is real. For this is real jobs, this is real people that we're hiring, and it's going live. It's actually in production for 1,200 schools in Dallas, and it's pretty much going live in San Antonio soon, and we are releasing this everywhere. It's processing thousands of applications, and it's doing a lot more than that, and it's fantastic, and it's all based on this document processing that I just showed you. This is done. How do you implement security? Example, logged in customers should only see their data and security information in Apex. Yeah, so what I was talking about is the railguards and AI. This, of course, handles its own authentication. We have tools that we've implemented that whenever we get hired as viscosity, we give you instantly a suite of tools, a suite of like application security. You have everything can be controlled from an application. once we are giving you applications, you have authorization, authentication, and all that good stuff that we've created on Apex. So that's how we handle security. Once, if you've ever hired Viscosity, yeah, you get that for free. And the railguards for AI, yes, you have a private key that is not stored in the application; it's stored in the database and far away from the browser, and it just travels through webhooks. And the webhooks, we capture the stream from OpenAI to make it look like it's chatting, like writing itself, like that. A good question. But I'm out of time. This goes really fast. So pretty much, I showed you the document processing, the resume rewriting, um, and I had some more stuff about what I do for fun. I generate using Replit websites. I generate the stuff for my band. Wait, let me show you a little bit of this. This. You see this big screen behind us? This is my band. We have you see how that's moving in the back? That's all AI generated. That's pretty cool stuff that I use on my everyday. You see the logo that is in here for the drummer? That's AI. We generated this with AI. And key takeaway for this presentation is that AI doesn't really replace jobs, but it replaces tasks. AI won't take your job, but someone who knows AI, who knows how to use AI might. So that's pretty much what I wanted to leave you all thinking. Such a cool presentation. Thank you. What AI tool did you use to generate that? To generate the images, it's OpenAI. To generate the videos, it's I use the, there's a Gemini can do that pretty cool, and there's a video generation on OpenAI as well. Lovable AI generates really cool. Yeah, but the customer has to design Apex in the same field. Do you think AI will be able to help build this? No, as I said, that's pretty much we're getting to a point that it'd probably be better to rewrite Apex than to focus on generating Apex with AI. Yeah, and you're sure the Recruiter app. No, that's also an app that's proprietary for us in the school district. So I can only show it to you. But that's all my time. Please talk to me through LinkedIn. If you all are interested in keep talking about AI and all other cool stuff that we can do, add me. Just scan that thing and be sure to connect. I'll accept everyone from the meeting today, and let's keep talking AI.
Okay, thanks, Marco. Thanks everyone for joining. And pretty soon this presentation will be available on YouTube channel and also in Ask Tom website. So thank you everybody, and see you soon. Bye bye. Thanks, Marco.
Thank you all.
Really
Thank you for
cool
coming.
presentation. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Have fun, everyone.